Today we're going to take a look at the Stark Electronic Instruments oscilloscope, model number OSK-4A. Got this at an online auction for $10. I think it still has a QC tag on it from the inspection of the plant. This was made in Ajax, Ontario. Believe it or not, we had the technology back then to make this device. I can't believe the condition of this on the inside. Not a scratch, not a ding. There's the back of the oscilloscope there. Stark Electronic Instruments, Ajax, Ontario. Stark Electronic Instruments was founded by Milton J. Stark. Milton Stark was born in Liverpool, England in 1907, emigrated to Canada with his parents in 1911. In this article from the 1951 Ottawa Citizen, we see that Milton Stark and Stark Electronic Instruments are moving into an agreement with Hickok Equipment of Cleveland, Ohio, and Robert Hickok to collaborate and work on matters of design and manufacturing when it comes to electronic instruments. By 1951, Stark Electronic Instruments had moved to this building in Ajax, Ontario. Interestingly, this building in Ajax that Stark Electronic Instruments set up in was formerly used by Defense Industries Limited as a munitions factory during World War II. By the time Milton J. Stark set up operations here in Ajax in 1951, he had over 20 years experience in the electronic industry in Canada. Time for first power up. Flip the switch on, power on light comes on. Momentarily you're going to see a beam spot right in the center of the displays. The CRT seems to be in good shape. And as the amplifiers warm up and the sweep starts to work, you can see the beam work its way across the screen. So things look good. Small adjustment with the vertical position, the beam's right in the center of the display. This newspaper article from the Toronto National Post in 1953, we get some insight into Milton's character. The article's about a recent trip that Milton had made back to the city where he was born, Liverpool. While talking to a young woman named Norma Herskovich on Bengal Street, the street where Milton was born, in the course of their discussion, Milton discovers that Norma is quite interested in going on vacation. No sooner does Milton learn this than he sends Norma and 47 other children from Bengal Street on a fully paid 7-day vacation to the seaport community of Ryle in nearby Wales. Who knows? Decades. Okay, well, let me find that trace. There we are. Wow. That is absolutely incredible. Select button so I can trigger. I'm triggering right now on an internal. I'm triggering on the signal from the function generator on the negative slope over the positive slope. Nice. In a volume of Electronic Communication magazine from 1958, Stark Electronic Instruments reports that they are upgrading and modernizing their facilities in Ajax. Time to open it up. Although I didn't get an operation or a service manual with the oscilloscope, it was nice to discover that there is a layout diagram inside the case in the back. There it is. In this full-page advertisement from Electronics Trade magazine in 1959, We can see that Stark is selling a fully assembled wired oscilloscope for the cost of $99. Incredibly low and quite reasonable for a television repairman when you compare that to the $1,500 plus that it would cost to buy a Tektronix oscilloscope. Incredibly, on close inspection, all the capacitors in this oscilloscope were made in Canada. In a 1961 edition of Electronic Communication magazine, Stark's proud to announce a couple big contracts with the Education Department in Ontario, as well as plans for their new building in Ajax. The artist's rendition of what the building would look like doesn't do the actual building justice. Stark moved its Ajax operation to this modern facility on Station Road in Ajax. Here's a quick demonstration of the beam controls. Intensity works fine. Focus, no problem at all there. Vertical position and horizontal position. 1963, it was announced that Milton J. Stark had made the decision to sell Stark Electronic Instruments to Hickok Electrical Instruments of Cleveland, Ohio. Here's a close-up look at some of the components in this oscilloscope. The functionality and condition of this 60-year-old oscilloscope that I have are testament to this advertisement of Stark Electronics that they were a high-quality, low-cost producer of electronic instruments. Another of Milton J. Stark's endeavors was the formation of EDAC Incorporated, a producer of electronic connectors. EDAC Incorporated is still in business today. Here's a picture of Milton J. Stark with one of those connectors. The picture was taken in 1978.